John Warner. Now, who says life doesn't take some amazingly interesting twists and turns? In 1996, when we had a much smaller rally, Virginians were smart enough that year to choose the right Warner to go back to the United States Senate. Let's hope in 2014 they choose the right Warner to go back to the United States Senate. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of our elected officials. I want to thank Jerry for his great service, Jim Moran for 24 years of incredible, incredible service to our community and to our country. And isn't Don Beyer going to be a great congressman? And Tim Kaine and I have been all over Virginia today. Are we not proud of Tim Kaine forcing the debate about war powers? Thank you, Tim. And for all of us who've taken this journey into public service, many of us have partners. We don't get to say thank you enough. I want to say in front of all my friends and family, thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. I got one voice left. This is the last rally of all the rallies. And again, I'm proud to be with everybody here, but with a picture tells a thousand stories. And the notion that in Virginia, we can still move beyond Democrat and Republican and put our country first is represented right here on this stage tonight, and I'm proud of it. So you know what our job is now. We've heard from Don in terms of some of the wonderful progress we've made. But we also know that if we don't find that common ground, we've got the stupidity of sequestration coming rushing back next year. And those commitments, not just on the military side, but on our ability to invest in education and infrastructure and research, will be sadly undermined. We know as well, as somebody who's proud to stand here, first generation in my family to have graduated from college, failed a few times at business before I managed to eke out a living on cell phones. You know, with me and cell phones, doesn't bother me at all. But I got out of college and law school with $15,000 worth of debt, and I was able to fail twice. In 2014, you shouldn't go broke if you go to college in America. We've got to bring down student debt. And I told my staff I wouldn't go through all the issues, but we are going to have to find the common ground around our fiscal issues. The challenge that says we've got to make sure the promise of Medicare and Social Security will be here for the next 50 years. Yes. The fact that we've got to make sure we've got a tax code that's pro-growth, that's smarter, that's flatter, that encourages companies to invest in America but not move jobs abroad. Yes. We can do that. But also, it means we've got to hire people that are willing, even if we start from different positions, to find that common ground to get to yes. You know, the problems that we face in our country now are no more difficult than they were 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. But there has been dysfunction in our political system. We all deserve better. We need campaign finance reform to get rid of all of the super PACs. Yes. We need independent redistricting reform, so you choose your representatives, not the other way around. We need people that are willing to put aside being Republicans and Democrats and recognize that it's time to put our country's interests first. Yes. And in everything that I've done in public service, that's the way we've operated. I'm proud of the way that working with many of these people behind me, We turn Virginia into the best managed state, the best state for business, and the best state for educational opportunity. And we need to bring those same standards to our whole country. But it's now, in these last few hours, polls open at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. We all know in campaigns in Virginia, they always get close at the end. This is all about now. It's time to turn off the TV sets. I'm ready to turn off the TV sets, even though I'm inside the TV. But the difference tomorrow, particularly in midterm elections, is who, as Tim has said, who is willing to talk to who? Who's willing to make that extra call? Who's willing to talk to somebody on the way to work tomorrow? Who's willing to say, it is your country as well as ours. Let's get out and exercise our right to vote tomorrow. Vote, vote, vote. Are you going to do it? In the spirit of this great Virginian, and I'm not going to take you through the whole history lesson as well. Although I could put up my charts and graphs on the budget. That would get it out of them. That will definitely drive everybody. But for all of you, I want to say thank you. So many of us here have worked together for years. For so many out in this crowd, we've had this rally at Market Square year in and year out through good times and bad. But I got a great feeling about tomorrow. Momentum all across the state recognizes the fact that we want to make sure that we hire bipartisan problem solvers. We got too many partisan warriors. Let's go forward to victory tomorrow. You do your part, I'll do mine. Tomorrow night we'll have a great victory for Virginia. Thank you, and God bless you.